Welcome to Glowing Hour. We're your hosts, Sam and Mel.
Hi.
Today we are drinking June Shines, the classic, the go-to. So don't mind us. So today, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about pick-me girls, but not really. We're mostly talking about fix-me men, because for every pick-me girl, there's probably like 1,000 fix-me men.
Yeah.
And we just need to dive into that because it's not right. I think every man I've dated is a fix-me man. So,
Same.
what is that? I don't know any pick-me girls, but I know a lot of fix-me men.
And I know zero fix-me girls.
Zero fix-me girls, personally.
Personally. And maybe they exist.
I'm sure. It's not in my
However,
circle.
Wait. You know it's like manic pixie girl?
No.
No?
Manic pixie girl?
Yeah.
What'd she do? Sounds familiar.
It's like the girl in movies that's like the manic girl that's like crazy. Like,
Scott Pilgrim versus the World? That girl? Or Zoe Deschanel, 500 Days of Summer? I'm trying to think of like
yeah, more like
stereotypical.
Zoe Deschanel. Like,
Okay.
like,
Like she's a cool girl, but it's...
but is she almost like the fix me and pick me girl, like together?
I see what you're saying.
Anyway.
They do exist, basically.
They do exist,
Is what you're
what I'm
saying.
saying.
Yeah. Fair
They're
enough.
just a more complex combination.
They're just like, you just wouldn't get it. Because girls are just really complex.
But the fix me man, it's if not like, it seems it's more, the ratio is ratioing. Can you speak?
They are a little more prevalent, at least in our lives, but I think the world. I don't really know that an incel man is a fix-me man because he doesn't get the woman.
Unfixable.
You know what I mean? He's just accepted the unfixing is... It's just not going to happen,
yeah.
right? It's set. So the fix me man is more like, I have mommy issues, or like, I don't have a job or a car right now, but you're like so hot and beautiful and smart and I want to take advantage of it. Not to like be really specific.
Not to be like specific or whatever.
Not to like name names, basically.
No, because all the men I dated had daddy issues on the opposite end.
Yeah.
And were mommy boys.
Yes. Absolutely.
And
those are the ones you need to be wary of.
Those are the ones you need to watch out for.
And this is why fathers need to step up, okay? Everyone's like, oh, the girl has daddy issues. No, the men be having daddy issues. The perpetual cycle. There it is. God bless. Can't speak.
And that's not to say that, like, you need a man in your life. Like, you need a dad necessarily. But for those who are fathers,
right,
step up, because you are creating fucking issues around this world that are none other than your fucking problem.
Right, they could have been solvable, but you chose not to solve it.
You chose not to.
But that's why another man stepped up. Not the father, but not the father who stepped up.
Yeah.
And that could be anybody.
Anybody.
Be the figure who stepped up.
Yeah.
Truly. And I think that's where like the issue is really coming full circle right now. It's like feeling like why are the dads at? The daddy issues are just like we saw it from like the tail end of like, oh, this guy I'm dating has daddy issues, or like whatever. But it's just, and now it's like, oh, this man is leaving.
Wait.
Fathered what?
Are absent fathers the reason for pick me girls and fix me men?
Fix me men. Yeah. If we had to give it one
generalization,
little
like one little
pin
in it, that's really
I think like absent mother. Is it the same? Is it like equally issue?
No.
It's very different.
It's very different.
It's more like, instead of a fix me or a pick me, you're like, fuck you. You know what I mean? They're more like on that fuck you shit because they didn't get that emotional support that they needed. Maybe. Just making up shit.
See, but that's really hard for me to even like
grasp on the
compare.
They're different. They're very different. But sometimes they have the same outcome. Sometimes you still turn into a pick me or a fix me. Yeah. But I feel like no one's talking about the fix me men in the way that our society likes to talk about pick me girls. Like, oh, she's just a pick me. And it's women against women.
No, it always is.
Like, oh, she's just a pick me. And like, guys don't care if a girl's a pick me.
They love it.
They said, yeah.
They fucking feed off
until
of it.
She's like, now she's not being pick me, she's being real. She's like, I actually hate sports. And they're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Or when she's being too pick me with your boys.
Ooh, yeah. Probably, huh? But the fix me men are an issue. Like, again, with the cycle, we just got to stop repeating cycles and acknowledge when we have an issue that we can address ourselves instead of expecting someone else to fix it. Because let me tell you, that was exhausting. That was not an easy task that you gave us. We actually failed the task because it was
I could not step
passable.
In your shoes.
It wasn't
Apologies.
passable. We tried.
Listen, I tried to put on the dad shoes.
No, stop.
It didn't work.
No, they didn't. I can't go there.
I'm kidding.
But
I could not fix the issue that you caused. So
yeah, and that's the part with the fix me man. I feel like it's a lot more complex than pick me girl. I mean, obviously there's still some like deep rooted something in the pick me, but the fix me is just like not even. I guess pick me isn't either. Whatever. Fuck pick me. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about fix me man. Like, there's just zero awareness either that they're fix me men. You know what I mean? They're just like,
well, I think they
living, taking advantage, manipulating.
I think that's true, but I do think that there's some awareness of like,
I could be a little better.
It's it's like a fake awareness because it's like awareness in the sense of their guilt and everything else that comes with that, like doing the bad shit.
Yeah.
Bubbles up, but the immediate like learning of manipulation comes to the forefront. So it's like, that's why they say like, I'm no good for you. I'm not good enough for you.
Run.
They say I know I'm just a bad guy, or I'm the bad guy now.
There's just
too many of those little sayings.
Yeah, I guess like and that, but then it's like that little bit of awareness keeps us going.
No, but it keeps us going, but we don't realize that it's literally just like a trap.
Right. Like they're playing a game.
It's like you're saying it and you know that you're a fucking
you're doing
shithead.
nothing.
You're doing zero work.
You think acknowledging it means done.
Yeah.
They just want to hug.
It's
They want to hug and they think it's, oh, no big deal.
Oh, no big deal. It's the, like, saying it out loud, but taking zero, like, responsibility
action.
For it. It's like they say it, they think that's enough, and then immediately make themselves the victim for being those bad people.
Because of the victim mentality of what happened to them.
Yeah.
How am I going to fix someone who lives in a victim mindset?
You can't.
You literally can't.
You cannot.
Oh my god, this is kind of triggering.
It's literally
like the way we literally thought that someone admitting their faults or like traumatic history in almost like an arrogant way. Do you know what I mean? Like almost in a pass. Like I'm saying it because this gives me a pass for all of my poor actions going forward.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I cheat on you, well, I told you. Oh, well, if I stay out too late, well, it's because of this reason that I told you when we first started dating from my childhood. So you're 35.
Wanna, like, fix it?
Yeah, like you're like your own mom and dad now because you're like in your 30s. So
like, you know that those people aren't gonna like take care of you now, right?
Like these choices and responsibilities are on you. The consequences of your own actions are real.
They fall back on you. But keep running, babe. Keep trying. Anyway.
I mean, try. At least give me the try. There's no effort. Like, and that's the thing is they're putting all their effort into continuing to be
in the scheme,
in the like toxic behaviors instead of just trying like, are they lost causes? You know what I mean? At a certain point you are.
At a certain point you become one.
Truly. Like, it might not be an age thing, but maybe like a life choice thing. Like, if you don't choose a different way of living, then you are a lost cause.
The thing is, though, it's like societally it still fucks me up because like a single like fuck up man like that will just be seen as like he just hasn't found the girl that like will put up with his shit.
Oh yeah. Well,
you know?
Yeah.
But for a girl who does a woman who does the exact same like, or has the exact same like
history
trope in life and like ends up being alone in her like older years,
it wasn't her choice.
It's just
it's put
like,
upon her.
She did that to herself. She's a slut. She, you know, like, it's not
Horrible.
the same.
Yeah.
She neglected herself. It's like it's not even there. And to men, it just happened to them. To women, they did it to themselves.
They chose not to change.
Yeah.
But
men, oh, pobrecitos. Like, it's fine. Like, they're okay by themselves. They'll figure it out someday.
They're clearly not okay by themselves because their track record is showing
menaces.
Yikes, needing company, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like women do get the short end of the stick. I think the people we surround ourselves with, for the most part, are probably like maybe a little more leaning the other way, but mostly because I think it's fair to lean towards like men are the problem.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're like, after the whole episode came out and they're like, they're so mad at us for talking about men or whatever. I'm like, not trying to be more sensitive necessarily, but I feel like more people are sensitive to women talking about men than men are sensitive to them talking about women.
For sure.
Because like, for example, I hate to say his name, and now we could bleep it if we want.
That bald-headed mother.
Yeah.
Trucker.
He talks about women and has thousands of fans, and men have no issue with it. But the second
you say anything,
it's like, you're the problem. You're evil. You're this. You're...
It's women like you.
It's women like you.
That one.
Oh, God. Which makes no sense to me, truly. Like, what do you mean? We all have experiences in life, and we've all been done dirty by whatever. Parents, partners, people in our lives or whatever.
A little accountability, babe. That's
like,
it.
yeah, just be like, no one's putting full blame on anybody here. We're putting blame on the cycle. Truly. But I need more people to talk about the fix me men in their life. So maybe that the fix me men will wake up. And because pick me girls are probably woken up a little. They've probably been like, oh, fuck. Like, I don't want to be a pick me.
I don't want to not be a girl's girl. I
don't want to be
a...
Now it's like shade if you're like, she's just a pick me. No girl code.
Fix me man, come on. Get this going.
Right.
I'm almost like, bro, you don't want to be a fix me. You know?
Like, shame each other a little.
Shame each other a little
Sometimes
bit.
it's needed. Sometimes it's needed.
Shame is an emotion. Have you seen Inside Out?
If not, go see it, and maybe that'll like open up some
Embarrassment?
things.
What's his name?
Disgust is the girl.
No, the big guy. The pink
big
guy.
embarrassment. But shame, isn't he the green guy, the skinny guy? Shame.
No, fear.
He's fear.
Green is disgust.
Yeah, green is disgust.
But I feel like embarrassment and shame are like one and the same.
Yeah, they
are.
Pull out your elephant. Pull out the elephant in you, that embarrassment, and feel it. Blush a little.
Blush a little, game.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that I think the men that exist in that mentality aren't, in my experience, around people who are uplifting them to get out of that mentality. They just chalk it up to like, that's how they are, and they need a nice woman to come in and fix it. Quite literally.
And you know what? That just like reminds me, like, we had a conversation about like men and like the, what was it called? The epidemic of loneliness.
Male loneliness epidemic. Yeah.
And like with that conversation, I feel like we were trying to have some empathy and like some remorse and some like openness to the conversation, because clearly, yes, men go through things just like we do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, and again, like, I'm going back to my point, is like, it's tiring. Like, we've already...
Like the empathy, having empathy for them all the time.
Having empathy when they, like, literally don't do anything for themselves.
But I think it's, like, empathy to our...
Detriment?
Detriment is the word, yes. Like, the reason women are idiots and dumb and get themselves in these situations with men or whatever, which I think a lot of people have been in those situations where you feel like an idiot for even sticking around or whatever. But the reason we do is because we're taught to have empathy and be the ones that are like fixers. So what did you want? You wanted me to fix them, but then the second I stuck around for too long, in your opinion,
then I'm stupid.
Then I'm a fucking idiot. And how could I have gotten myself in that situation? And it's like...
And that's like the problem that I had with like that whole conversation.
The loneliness
epidemic thing. It's just like, you want us to stick around and have empathy for men and sympathy for men. And then at the end of the day, when we do have that kind of thing and do it on a one-on-one basis and try to like aid the situation, and then we get hurt,
you're the
idiot. You're the idiot now.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
And it's like, some people will still have the like, well, yeah, he's also still fucking like horrible, but like, why would they stay, or why did you stay, or whatever? And it's like, well, because they're using literal mind manipulation on people. Like the Fix Me men, tactful. I will say they're very, very strategic, and it's not, it's second nature. Yeah, exactly. They're strategical.
Period.
But they literally, they don't even have to try.
I don't think
it becomes second nature, like to gaslight.
It's not a thought. It's
like their fight or flight responses. It's
response,
truly,
yeah.
And I get that. That's probably a lot to undo and relearn how to communicate with people, but we all do it. We all have to unlearn certain things, and that's what's like beautiful about connecting with people, is like, people are doing the work to like be better people, or just like unlearn family trauma or whatever, generational trauma. So like, take a crack at it. It's my advice.
Your turn,
babe. Like, please.
Yeah. I think the Fix Me men they've bubbled up. Like
we're at our wits' end.
Even as
not even 30. We're not even 30.
Not even 30. Even as someone who like no longer dates men, I think even just having them around as like people in my life, it's exhausting to see the perpetual like cycle continue. And like,
it's also like so obvious to see from the outside.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you not connecting these dots? Like, how are you missing what's happening here?
I also just like, and this is like not sympathy, but I just feel bad for them.
This is not sympathy, but I feel bad.
Not like I feel bad, but I'm like, that fucking sucks.
It does suck.
Like, you can't figure it out. That's shitty.
Yeah. But to your point, we can't even feel bad anymore.
No, but I'm like, that sucks.
I know. Yeah, no, 100%.
It's like, I feel bad, but I don't mean like I feel bad. It's more of like, oh. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reaction. Like,
it's also not
hopelessness.
Shocking, maybe.
No, it's not
so
shocking.
It's just like dull. It's like a dull sadness as opposed to like a Fix Me sadness.
Yeah.
Like I want to intervene.
You're not a wounded puppy. You're just like,
I'm ready for this analogy.
a cockroach on its back. You know what I mean? Like, that sucks. I can
Oh my
I can
fucking
see
God.
that you're a creature.
Oh, beautiful. But I don't want to be anywhere near you.
Nowhere
Not
near
touching you, not flipping you over.
I look at you upside down and I'm like, ugh.
Bug.
Sucks.
Move back, bugs.
Move back. Ew.
That was a really good one. I didn't know where you were going to go with that, and that was the perfect example. Oh my God. Yeah. You're not a wounded puppy.
We're getting too smart for it.
To
your detriment.
To their detriment now. Yeah. The empathy is gone. And maybe it's an age thing too. Like, there's still going to be Fix Me's in the younger generation for sure.
For sure.
That will...
It's the... The circle of life. Like
the fix me men.
No, actually.
Making their rounds. No, it's literally dating and then fucking over all these fucking people, having children, and then those children fucking up those other people.
Literally. It's a cycle of life.
Until someone breaks it. And you just gotta hope that those children that are coming out of that are absolutely breaking that motherfucking cycle, because it's just painful for that person.
Yeah.
Don't be a pick me or a fix me. Just be
Neither.
you.
I think on any end, like, nothing is more attractive than a person who can take accountability and want to make changes for their generational trauma. Like, there's literally nothing more attractive than that.
And genuinely, and I think that's what we're all are hoping at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they have all this trauma, okay, and they're like saying they're gonna work through it, or like, no, but there's red flags.
Yeah.
Like okay, let's give some red flags. If you think you might be in a situationship with a fix me, let me tell you, babe, I got you. Number 1, yeah, but it doesn't really affect me.
Babe, it does. Let's be real. It really does 100% affect
They're
you.
crying late at night and they just don't know why. They're drinking away their sorrows. They just don't know why. And let me tell you why after talking to you for 10 minutes. That trauma you told me about that you said is no big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal. It doesn't bug me at all.
Just sucks.
Just like sucks, you know. Anyways, yeah, I just like was dealt a really shitty card. But I'm like chill.
Okay.
Gotta go.
God.
Oh, yeah.
I think, like, I know we, like, say we'll stop talking about this, but, like, I think genuinely, like, cheating, like, a cheating man is just...
Yeah. It's, like, accountability in anything that they admit to that's a fault, or, like, a quote-unquote, like, you know, like, people are like, oh, I didn't grow up with a dad, and sometimes they're, like, afraid to say that. But if it's, like, if you took, not that you need to take accountability for not having a dad, but just being, like, I acknowledge that that's something that affected me in my life.
Literally
that one sentence is like, oh, okay. Truly. But instead,
wow.
and I get it, the sympathy.
I just don't understand what is the point of saying that something happened to you and then saying it doesn't affect you? Because
truly, why are you thinking about it?
If it truly did not affect you,
why are you bringing it up?
Why'd you bring it up?
Exactly.
And it's like just way more real if you just say, like, yeah, it does affect me in these areas.
Because then that person can support you too. How is that not a win-win situation?
I don't understand it. Like, and what is the logic?
I get. I'm about to spew some logic, quote unquote. Maybe they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna look weak if I say something affects me, even though it's something that totally should affect them. You know, I think that's their logic. Not saying it's helpful at all, because I think in this day and age, it's not like women are like, I need a big butt-sucking man, or like other men. I mean, I guess in like a gay relationship, I'm sure fix me men are very much prevalent, right?
Probably.
So like, no matter what, I think we're in a generation of people who are like, no, I know we all have feelings.
No, because we're all shedding these things constantly.
We are shedding them. Exactly. We're in that generation where it's like, but some people aren't. Some people are not on board with that. Some people are taters. Tater tots.
Tater tots. They're just bacon.
Ooh. Exactly. Pigs. Okay, we just made a whole thing.
Maybe you're not looking for advice, but my advice is just literally be fucking real and take accountability. And
yeah,
again, there's nothing more attractive than someone who can communicate the things that hurt them in their lives and the things that they're working on.
Yeah. Accountability, communication,
and action.
Just make a little
1, 2, 3.
There it is. But truly, so if you send this to your mans, or if you're just a mans who happened upon this and you fall into the fix me category, those are your takeaways.
I will say there's hope for you.
There's hope.
You got to get out of your own cycle of it.
Yeah.
And I understand that it could be difficult. You might be like, you're not a bro, so you don't get it. But like,
not that. Yeah, I am, brother.
Brother, I
get it.
Then why do you keep coming to women for it?
Brother, I get it.
I get it, brother. No, because like you genuinely let go. Just let go of the need you think you have for this fucking facade.
And it's also like you were saying, why are you going to a bunch of women to fix it? Have any of them fixed it? Crickets? The crickets in the crowd right now? I don't... It's crazy that that's not working and you keep trying it, though. Just saying. And it's also like, these are, in a lot of cases, like, women who would have, or people, let's be, I guess, general, but in our experience, women who are, like, very open to, like, helping someone move through this fucking thing. Like, oh, like, you're being honest, you're communicating, let's work on this, let's, whatever. They do everything, quote unquote, right to, like, help someone move through these things, and then you still fuck up the cycle. Yeah. So, do some work inside. But yeah, and if you're someone stuck in a pick me or fix me relationship, honestly, just get out.
Therapy, babe.
Yeah, therapy.
For both of y'all.
Don't convince them to, like, be different. It's never gonna work. They need to want it themselves. And you leaving could totally be the thing that makes them do that. But you need to give them the space for that.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're a lost cause, and that's okay too, and you can leave, and it's still win.
Net zero.
Yeah, net zero.
You can start from scratch.
Starting over.
Wow. This took a
the trauma.
Interesting turn.
We thought this was going to be like a really funny, silly episode.
And we're like, oh.
And we were like, oh, actually, you guys suck.
The societal pressures and the men we've encountered is quite impressive.
Very impressive statistics, I'll say. We are 100% fix me men. Well, yeah. We'll give it like a 90 just in case we're missing some people.
I'll give it like a 95.
Yeah. It's fine. It's chill. That's a chill statistic.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's it for today. Hopefully those takeaways were helpful or just like relatable. If you've also been with fix me men and come across a pick me girl, we all have, and it's fine. But other than that, if you liked this episode, please rate it. Always follow us, subscribe, do all the things. And yeah.